Venku is the #1 platform to book hunting trips online. Search and compare over 3,000 guided and self-guided hunts available across the United States. From pristine ranches out west for elk to fast-paced Texas hog hunts and swampy Louisiana gator camp, you can book it online at venku.com. If you're an outfitter who spends all your time in the field, Venku takes the headache out of keeping up with the business side of your operation. Venku handles payment processing, waivers, bookings, and simplifies communication with clients. Get started for free at venku.com.
Hey, y'all, before we get into the episode this week with Q-Tip from Migra, we wanted to take some time and talk to Mr. Kevin from RW Coolidge. He's allowed us to be on top of his booth for the past couple of years, recording these podcasts. So, Kevin, welcome to Off the X.
Man, thank you guys. We really appreciate you guys being up here. Love the view, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
The view is awesome. It's like the perfect place to do this.
I tell you what, we started looking at signs being hung and all of that stuff and the cost. We could move this faster and easier than those signs go up.
Yeah.
So, and it's pretty cool to talk about.
Great idea.
I feel like I'm somebody when I'm up here, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, when you walk by, you instantly turn and look, and you're like, dude, that's a container they brought in here in the middle of this thing.
We did have a red rope back there.
I seen that.
On the steps, so it's pretty cool.
Well, I want to talk about y'all stuff real quick because you don't want to waste your time. You only got a few minutes because you got to go over to the Delta Waterfowl podcast, which is an outstanding podcast too. So you've got Easter baskets, or what do we got here?
So in our business, we started making leather duck straps. That's what we do. And this year we decided, well, we need to make something a little different from a bag standpoint. I sent these bags out to about 5 or 6 of my friends, and I said, let me know what you do with these, but don't say shell bag.
I like it.
Holy cow, the guys were crazy. He goes, that's going in my golf bag. I think it was this one. They said they were going into Stillwater and see if they could sneak in some non-adult beverages for football games. People have talked about leather care cleaners. They put in bumpers for dogs and everything. So when we were talking with Delta, they came to us and said, what product do you really like this year? What's fun? And we said, we really love these things. So they're actually going to be in the Gear Guide on the August 4th issue of their Delta Waterfowl magazine. And the nice part about them, they're all waterproof, wax canvas, or in this case, Sunbrella.
Yeah. Okay.
Type product. Really cool little pieces. We've had everybody from hunters asking for some to I don't want to say Easter baskets, but little girls, their mothers coming up and saying, you know what, we're going to take that to the beach and they'll have fun. We know we're not going to lose it because it sticks out, but our kids can take it around and pick up shells.
Are they different sizes?
Yeah, so there's a small size and I'll go to the shell comparison because everybody has a shell comparison. 1.5 boxes of shells.
Oh, wow.
3.5 boxes of shells.
Holy cow.
And the best part about that, for all the guys that hunt up north that have to have gloves when they hunt, you can get your hand in with a glove on to grab stuff out, even though your fingers are cut off and fingertips on the gloves are cut off.
You know, you mentioned you didn't want to call them shell bags. They're waterproof, right?
Yeah, right.
So first thing that I think of, especially with the bigger ones, since they are waterproof, I'm thinking my kids' gloves or an extra shirt or something or other, especially on those rainy days. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. And I'll tell you where the idea came from. And you guys have seen the booth. We do a big Heroes Edition group for our veterans. We sponsor hunts for them every year, and it's based on some of the product that we sell. But while we were building that, we came across some personal effect bags from World War II. And this was kind of a take on that. Obviously, you know, during World War II, if somebody didn't come back to the barracks, unfortunately, they'd literally put it was this size. They literally put all their personal effects in that bag. Can you imagine going through life?
Yeah.
And putting your personal
life fits in that bag.
It's amazing. So we wanted to honor them. Part of the proceeds with this obviously go towards those hunts, but that's kind of been the inspiration.
That's awesome. I really like too the fact that they've got the smaller pouches on the outside for you to be able to stick small stuff in, because like I'm the guy that carries
everything.
He's our guy.
Too much stuff. But like looking at it, I'm like, man, that'd be great. I could put like my cleaning cloths and stuff down in the outside of this, and you know, I really like them.
So
First aid tourniquets, all that.
One of our guys is it's golf balls in here and the tees on the outside. Yeah. Another one, we run dogs at hunt tests, so all of the electronic gear that we have before they get to the line, electronics go in there, handlers go on the outside. So, yeah, it's a million uses.
Yeah.
You brought up another one in my head. I know you said you didn't want to call it a shell bag.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to use a shell bag like that, though. But what I'm thinking, because you talked about this, I'm going to have my quick shell for when I need one right there. And then after we shoot, I don't need a quick shell. I'll just get it out of here. But if I need that extra fourth one real quick and it's sitting right there, that's a great spot for it.
We've done that. We've actually even put the hooks. We hug a few trees in Mississippi.
Amen.
So we put the hooks so we can hang it up there. So
that's good.
Just a million ideas, and that was kind of fun. Talking to my hunting buddies, and one of my good friends, Josh, he asked his wife, he goes, I'm out. What do you think? And she gave us a couple really good ideas too. So it's been really fun.
I love it.
Those are really cool, and it's not the same thing you see from everybody else.
No.
To either, like you just
You
get glazed over looking at stuff, and then something new pops.
Yeah.
Like when I walked by y'all's booth, that's the first thing I picked up. I was like, well, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
It can. So we're excited about it. We don't know if they're going to sell or not, but we've had fun building them.
Yeah, I like it.
And I really like the fact that y'all do, like last year y'all did the shell vest made out of the old World War II jackets, and then now then you've got the gun sleeves.
So those gun sleeves, it's wax canvas, obviously, ripstop. All of that is actually what they call Berry compliant. So it's all manufactured here. It's all the components are manufactured here. We do our sewing here in the States. So that part of it is fantastic. The cool part about those, the Lance Corporal chevron on there from the Marine Corps, when we bought all of the wool blankets for last year's vest, those things came from the Vietnam War. Well, all those chevrons were shoved down in the box, kind of hiding in that same box. And that box was sealed. So, I mean, they're probably from the late 60s, early 70s.
That's cool.
So, pretty cool stuff.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really cool when your gear can tell a story of its own,
Yeah.
So
and I think that's why people like I love the technical side of what people do for duck hunting. Sometimes the easy, the comfortable, the known, the nostalgic is kind of cool to hang with. I mean, it tells the story more than just I'm not wet.
Exactly.
Yes, that's a much better story too, though.
Yep.
So before we came up here, I walked around y'all's booth. I wanted to find one thing that I was like, this really catches my eye, and I like this. And it didn't take very long because there's a lot of really cool stuff. But this duck strap, or not duck strap, but gun sling. It's the Wayman
Loop and Sling.
Loop and Sling. So it is a duck call, or why do I keep saying duck call?
Because you build duck calls.
I hear
That's
Bryce
what you
over here
do.
blowing his duck call. Gun strap. But you put the tree hook right here on it as well.
Yep.
I like that it's built in.
I freaking love this.
Yep.
So much. I cannot tell you how much I love this. And the other thing that I like about it, not only is that leather and it's classic and it's just a great look, but how stiff this is. It's not going to fold up on me and get messed up when I'm getting it on and off the hook. Dude, this is done well.
Yeah.
This is done well.
And if you order it online and want it customized, we can actually laser etch anything down the strip. We usually put people's names on it, but if your logo is conducive to be a little smaller, we can put your logo down it. But everybody in the industry has it, and you guys, we've been around this industry enough. It's been so much of a copycat industry, it's not funny, but a lot of this thing is going along the lines of trying to take it back to what I would call the normal average products are made out of. Fabric, cotton, leather, that kind. And we made that thin enough so if you're having to grab it, your hand doesn't get caught up in the sling. And I'll be honest, I carry a Beretta. It's kind of heavy, and I needed something to go over my shoulder.
Yeah.
We made the loops last year, and they were a big hit. Now being able to reach it.
Just the loops.
We'd sell just the loops.
That too.
I love that. And pretty fun.
Yes, that is That's awesome.
And look,
I love that.
I'm going to tell you, when I first started, I started late in life hunting. I've used the zip tie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. I've used the wires. They're all great. It's just a different take, and
it's a great
something unique.
It's a great take. Kevin, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, guys,
and thank you so much for up here.
Hey, I hope you
Once
enjoy
again.
it. I really apologize for not having the Margaritaville or coffee maker going this year, but we'll try to do better at the next show.
Well, man, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting us use the space.
We'll probably see you at the next show. Are you going to be at Ducks?
We'll be at Ducks.
We will see you at the next show.
A lot closer for you, huh?
Oh, yeah, I can sleep in my own bed, I think.
Nice.
Oh, I think that's going to be nice.
I told all the team actually comes to the house, and we have kind of a little, I guess, get together back there. But I was laughing with them. I told them it's going to be a prom date kind of thing. I'm just going to drive them up, drop them off, and come pick them up when it's over.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, Mr. Popular, you have another podcast to get to. We'll let you get to that.
Guys, thank you so much for coming up. Anything you need, let me know.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
All right.
You are listening to Off the X Podcast with your hosts, Forrest Carvajal, Tyler Wells, Barrett Moon, and Matt Covington. Brought to you by Venku, Adventure Awaits. Pattern Pros, where simplicity meets results. Hunt Proof, the premier waterfowl mobile app. Migra, custom waterfowl ammunition. Rixie Outdoors. Wellens Land, Arkansas's leading real estate and development group. And Pond Creek Duck Calls. Call with confidence.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Off the X Podcast. I'm Forrest Carvajal here. We are at the Delta Waterfowl Expo.
I could never guess. I mean, there's no background noise, anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let me introduce everybody that's here. To my right, Mr. Matt Covington. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Doing well. This is day 3, so everybody is caffeinated right now.
Caffeinated and ready to go home.
Exactly. Across the table, Mr. Tyler Wells. How's it going?
I am actually not caffeinated yet. I just realized that when you said that, and I was like, I haven't had any.
You just running on all the faith that we just got from that last sermon that we heard.
Exactly. That was a good one, man. I do appreciate that about Delta, doing that on Sunday morning. And Ryan, man, she is amazing.
I mean, that really is the best caffeine.
Yeah, it was good. And it was really great to see guys in the industry, and they're like plugged into it, really leaning in and focusing on it instead of like, all right, well, I've got to get back to my booth.
Exactly.
So it was really good. It was really good.
Exactly. And to my left, our guest for the show, which honestly, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong here, but in the waterfowl world, I would definitely put him in the most interesting man in waterfowl category.
Exactly. But if you ask him, which what he's fixing to try to do is, he ain't nobody special.
Nah.
But he certainly is.
Yeah, I enjoy it, but thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Mr. Q-Tip, that's what we go by.
I am Q-Tip, jacked up on Starbucks. I do have caffeine. And we do got the Holy Spirit because we had a great worship time this morning with Delta, and that was fantastic. So enjoyed that with y'all. Great. And, excited to be here.
Amen. Well, hey, we got a little bit of time. We want to use your time wisely here. So we're going to dive right into this, okay? We're all waterfowlers. We're all here because we're in the waterfowl industry stuff. I want to know how waterfowl got into your life to begin with.
Say, man, interestingly, the Southeast, we grow up deer hunting. I mean, that's our deal. Everybody's shooting whitetails and chasing. You can kill about 40, in South Carolina. They all little. That's what you do, man. You start deer hunting, and I got to be a little older, and I guess I didn't start till I was 19, and went on my first hunt, and then me and our founder, which is a dear friend of mine, Drew McIntosh, we started hunting together. We started to travel, and man, I don't know. The first time I ever saw them do it, I was done with deer. I was done with anything. Like ducks changed me. But yeah, as soon as I could travel, I was gone, and I was gone for those months out of the year. And it made working hard. because I didn't want to work anymore.
Where was your first duck hunt? South Carolina?
Yeah, we shooting wood ducks, man.
Yeah.
We got woodies, man, passing wood ducks and shooting a fire out of them, and it was good. I mean, and it's still fun. Like, I mean, it's home, man. It's what you grew up doing. So shooting wood ducks is a blast. It's hard to not shoot them in Arkansas, God days. I mean, they fly through. I mean, I like to bang on them, but
Y'all don't shoot them?
Shoot.
I do.
I shoot
You
'em.
with the you with the crew that shoots them?
yeah, we shoot wood ducks, my people. So like it is what it is. It must come through there to shooting like they getting it. And then
We ain't no mallard purists, too.
We'll wait on the mallards. But no, man, that's how it started. And man, just really fell in love with it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the greatest thing ever.
I remember the wings. That was the first thing that caught me. Hearing the whistle from the wings. And it's still to this day. Before shooting light, if they're flying around and I hear those wings, it's just like, oh, the anticipation, the adrenaline. It's all there. I eat it up.
I shake more when they're in the treetops. I
Yes.
shake more then. And like that's when I struggle. Even if you'll mess up calling, you'll do all that same thing. I shake more with the ducks than I do over a big whitetail.
I
And it's
wouldn't know. I've
crazy.
never been around deer.
It's crazy, but they do. They just, when I see 100, 150, and it's just like, yep, this is it. This is that hunt that you've been waiting on. Yeah, dude, I got the shakes, man. I love it.
Where was traveling? You mentioned traveling pretty quick. So where was the first place you traveled to?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Like I said,
Wow.
Yeah, we public hunted. And it's interesting, as we were talking yesterday, like, Migra as a company, this was our first, like, outfitter hunting experience, was in Oklahoma. So, like, we'd carry Ziploc bags of Migra out here and, trying Migra that would have been hand-loaded and everything else. But we've got some friends that are outfitters out here that are still on our program from, when we were just coming and hanging out. But, yeah, most of it was public hunting, man, and riding and beat to full boats that looked like they wouldn't make. Then we lost John boats off of trailers out here when we were young. And I think about that, and I'm like, man, I'm 44. We came out here, I was 20. And, yeah, we had rode from Rainy Break all the way into Jonesboro. And we got all the way to Jonesboro, and I said, I can't find my wallet. And my buddy was standing at the back of the truck, and he couldn't even talk. And I said, I can't find my wallet, Phil. They said, we got a bigger problem than that. I said, what? They said, we ain't got a boat.
Was the wallet in the boat?
We ain't got a boat. Winch strap broke, boat gone.
Oh,
Gone. War
no.
Eagle gone. And we had to ride back over an hour and find the boat, police with the boat, middle of the dark. I mean, it was a disaster.
Good night.
But I say all that to say, man, like, thinking about waterfowl and what makes me happy about waterfowl, it's changed. Back then you're ate up with it, and I still am, and I can't believe that I still love it that much. But I would love to have known then, with all that energy, and all the effort that we put in, just half of what I know about waterfowl. I don't know nothing now, but I would still love to have some of that knowledge back then instead of just beating our heads against the wall, and wasting
Yeah.
it. But we still shot ducks, and there were so many ducks. You're talking, 23 years ago, and man, you could go and as stupid as we were, and shoot ducks, but we loved it, and I still do, man. I learn something every year, and it's like, I text Matt and I said, I feel like I've left something on the table because I learned something new this year. And I want to go test it out next year. And then every year you get, I want to test this out next year. You get to be a little bit better caller. You get, I don't know, man. You don't never beat it. So like it's a drug. It's the most addictive thing ever.
I mean, the ducks learn and adapt just the same way we do. So we're all constantly learning at the same. The ducks we shoot now are so smart.
Yes. Yeah, they are. I seen something the other day. It said teach your kids to duck hunt and they won't have money for drugs.
You're right about
there's
that.
always something new to be bought, and always something like a new edge or just something to get you over.
Yeah.
Try to get over everybody else around you. Like, man, if I got that, I bet nobody else will have that. We can roll with it. So,
Look around, man.
Yeah,
there's something new every year, and there's a place for it.
Yeah.
There
There's
he
a place
there
for
he
it.
is.
And it's like, that's the most overwhelming thing. It's like, you come in, it's like, man, what they gonna do? They gonna sell a bunch of stuff because everybody buys it.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing in the whole world. It's neat.
So you were talking early days of Migra, passing out shells and Ziploc bags, whatever you're doing. Definitely reminds me of what y'all are doing now with the boat ramp tour.
Mm-hmm.
So early days, y'all were doing the same thing.
Same thing, man. So we were coming out here hunting with friends, just an hour south of here. And we were talking yesterday, man, with the outfitter. And I was like, man, is it not stupid? You know, and see all these people lined up, you know, at a booth. At a young man's dream to start an ammo company. Same thing. And like, just like Boat Ramp Tour, we were out there, I guess, 21, me and Drew and Wade were just sitting there, and I was like, you know, man, we out here hunting public woods. Why don't we just give out just free shotgun shells? It's the stupidest thing ever. Let's just give them out. Okay. You know? And it just kind of turned into, and now it obviously has structure, man, you know, and it's this thing, you know, and obviously brands come in and, you know, they want to be a part. They see the, you know, it's freaking awesome. But it's really pretty simple. You know, like, we believe in our product and the conversion rate of the people that shoot it, and it's like, here, try some, man. You know, like, shoot it. It's been super cool. But yeah, it started that way, and that's kind of where we are now. It's fun, dude. I'd love to say that it was just all this, and it is work, but it's dang fun. It's a good time.
And last year we talked to Wade about the same thing, about the Boat Ramp Tour, and we really got into the community building part of it, and I really loved that. Like, I ate that up, because when you go to those public boat ramps, people look at you and you look away. You look at somebody else, you look away, because you're like, you just know in your head, that guy's going to my spot. I just know he's going to my spot. I'm not going to talk to him. I've got to beat him there. But the sad thing is, everybody there is there for the same reason. Everybody there is a passionate duck hunter. So you've got something to build on, and y'all are using that to build together.
Yeah, dude.
Whereas when you're normally there, it's like there's like this tension, and you just can't come together. And y'all are that building block in the middle, bringing people together. I eat that up so much more than just product.
I have seen a lot of good in people doing this. I really have. Like, that's one thing I can say. You know, I've seen some crap, you know, in the woods. I mean, like, and you've seen some cussing and people going off and getting mad. But I don't know, man. And I think, Wade, I'd love to hear. I've seen some really good in people, and some people help one another, and, you know, and be, you know, more giving and inviting. Not to us, but you just, man, you hear more of that than you do the ugly stuff. The ugly stuff's just the loudest. You know what I mean? It's just like
You're
anything
exactly
else.
right.
There's a lot of wonderful people out that's public hunting, dude, and that are giving, and I've seen some really cool stuff, you know. But it's cool to be a part of that community, man. And that's one thing about the public. It's like, well, you never see nobody out here giving away crap.
Yeah.
You know, giving away a set of tires. You know, you see a guy that, you know, looks like he needs some tires. And you walk up and you give him a gift certificate for a brand new pair of mutters, you know where he can go out and dig. And it's like,
my boy running them Maypops.
Yeah, Mug happy as can be. You know, that just lights up their day. It's like, man, those guys, they give a crap, you know. Being intentional, it's fun, man. It's a good time.
And y'all start up north and come down. It's not just one state. Like, we talk about Arkansas because the three of us are from Arkansas, so we typically just bring that up. But y'all are not just in Arkansas. You're doing it everywhere.
So last year we hunted Tennessee, we hunted Texas, we hunted Missouri, we hunted Kansas, we hunted Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas. So yeah, I mean, like, we were, and the thing is, I told Wade, I was like, man, it wasn't like we just mashed them every day. But, like, we called the ducks pretty consistent every day. And we were underdogs. And we had some really good days, man. I mean, like, we did. I was super blessed. Last year was probably one of the funnest seasons. Now, we were on the road for 50-some-odd days for BRT.
Right.
But, man, it was fun. And we stayed under ducks, man. It was so much fun.
Do you have any hunts from last year that, like, really kind of stick out, whether they were like buddy hunts or it was a public land hunt where you joined somebody? Either one, just something that stands out?
Man. So I'm gonna share two, and I'm gonna share the two because they're so different.
Yeah.
You know, we go out, man, and we're in this state. You know, we're drawing and we're hunting, and we didn't draw, and I was like, oh heck, what are we gonna do? So I got a photographer with me, cameraman, and Wade's got one. And I said, let's just split up, go ride, let's go look, see what we can find. I ain't seen no ducks. Long story short, we walk up on a whole passel of them sitting out there just chilling, minding their own business. And I said, they in trouble tomorrow. And so, you know, we had a couple of friends out there. We shot an 8-man, and it was on public. And I'm telling you, it's like you couldn't have beat them out of there. Coolest thing, ice covered, little baby pond, and we were just beating on these mugs. And then, you know, I look at these two clowns, like, you know, so wake up in the morning.
I was hoping we'd make it, Tyler.
I know, right? So, and it's so fun, and there's a point to this, but we wake up, there's dust on the ground, surprise snow, surprise everything, ice where we didn't think it would be. We're riding around, we just stop, and like we stop somewhere and we find a place where we think a duck can get in, and we set up and we shoot a couple. But I say all that, the memories that go along with the hunt, it don't matter about the numbers every day. If you're a liar if you say, I don't want to shoot ducks, I just want to sit out here. No, that's a lie. But I'll say this, there are memories that are attached to those hunts.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's shooting 1, 2, or 50. That 2-bird day may quite be the most special hunt of your life, and that's like with them. I'll never forget that hunt. And we laughed. And we had another hunt together. We were all together. We laughed. We were in the wrong place that we were not desired to even be.
So you're saying if you want to kill ducks, don't come with us. But if you want to laugh, come on.
But no, I'm saying, like, those are special. And the times that you get to laugh until you got tears running out of your eyes, and you, man, that's what I get up for anymore. Well, it makes it cool.
You bring up something really neat, and I know the boys over Dr. Duck really harp on it, is the journey.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you tell a story, like we had this duck hunt where we killed our 9-man limit of mallards. That was the result. So if I'm about the result, there's the end of my story. We killed a 9-man limit of mallards. Whereas when you tell the story, you tell everything that leads up to it. You tell the journey. The journey is really what matters. It's what is stuck in your mind. Yeah. The memories.
You got to get lost on an Argo.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get lost on
Why
an
are
Argo.
you looking at me?
I'm just saying.
Because you were driving.
Because I was lost on an Argo.
You got to get lost on an Argo to make it happen, But no, and that's why I love Dennis and Billy, because I've hunted with Dennis a lot. Him and Billy, they're great people. And it's like, the birds ain't, like, if that's your measure of success, you better find something else to do, because this is hard out here, man.
It is.
You're competing in a block of woods with some of the finest duck callers and duck hunters on planet Earth. And it's like, yeah, dude, go have fun with your friends, man. Enjoy the sunrise. Thank the Lord you had the opportunity to get up. You got your health, and you can go do those things. It ain't just pulling the trigger.
You're exactly right. You brought up the one hunt where somebody at the table got lost on the Argo.
Yes.
And that hunt was also the first time in my entire life that I left my duck calls at home.
I love it.
I forgot the day started that way.
Yeah,
that was
how the day started.
It was perfect.
And you know what else it was? It was my wife's first hunt.
I remember that now. That's exactly right. That's your wife's first hunt. You ain't got no
world
duck
champion duck caller.
No
duck calls.
The best to do it.
No duck calls.
And then you sitting here, and it's like, and that's what we was looking at, making pictures, and we were crying, laughing. I was like, dude, the hunt included the Argo.
It did.
The Argo was sitting beside the tree.
There.
We were eating turkey head cheese off the Argo during the hunt.
In the hole.
In the hole.
That's when you're who you want to be with. That's when you're with who you want to be with, and you're having a good time, because it ain't. Yeah, we had the best time, and I'll never forget that ever. It was the funnest thing.
I think that one just solidified friendships on that one. It was just
absolutely.
that one just put
We knew
everything.
It wasn't about the ducks that day.
It was not about the ducks that day. It was not. It was not. So another thing that goes into all these hunts, and I know that you have one because we've talked about it, is the dogs.
Oh, God.
Tyler's got a young dog. It was her first season. It was my dog's second season. Me and my dog are joined at the hip. I want to know a memory from this duck season with your dog, something that stuck out, because I know you love your dog too.
Yeah. Man, I guess it's kind of general for me, honestly. Like, the ice and the cold this year was pretty wild. And the snow hunt, we hunted Hurricane, in the snow, the first of the opener, or the split. And again, we shot 5, but just pouring snow, and just watching him just look around at falling snowflakes and watching and trying to pick ducks out in the snow, that were coming and working. I had a good time with that. But that hunt, the 8-man up there that we hunted, that was a special day for him. When he gets to get a lot of work like that, that's pretty fun for him to get to exercise, because we're timber hunters. For the most part, everybody at this table hunts timber, and a lot of it's public, and it's like, he don't get a lot of those days. So, but yeah, the snow and the ice was fun to watch him, and he just eat up with it. And to watch him, he loves as much as I do. And that's the coolest thing about the whole thing. He loves it just like I do. He shakes and he's just jacked, and I'm like, yeah, that's my son.
That's your son.
He's freaking awesome, you know.
That's the best way to describe it. Was that the first time he's experienced snow?
That's his first snow.
Really?
Yeah, this year was his first snow, and it's just fun. You know, I don't know. Every bit of that is special. I would not want to hunt without my dog anymore.
Oh no.
Period.
Oh no.
Like I just don't.
It would be weird. Like I said on that hunt where we killed that 39 or whatever. We knew there was going to be a bunch of ducks there, and when they invited me, I was like, I mean, can Owen come? Because if Owen's not there, I'm probably not going to be there. And we already knew there was going to be like multiple dogs on this hunt. But also, it's one of those things like, I mean, if you don't want him to go fetch ducks, you just want him to sit on the stand, mine will do that. He'll just sit there and be with me.
He's fun.
And that's, man, I love dogs that are like that. Not that the other ones are bad, but my dog has to be with me now when I hunt. It's like my duck calls. I might forget my duck calls, but I'm not forgetting my dog.
I hope you don't forget your dog.
Mine mean mugs me if I make him sit there and honor for a while, you know, and let other dogs work. If it 5, 6, 7 ducks in and that mug's sitting there, he's just like,
y'all forget I'm over here?
Am I gonna get turned?
Please let me go get one of them, you know. But he will, and he's fine, and as long as he's with me, he's happy. And same way the other way, I don't care. I like him. That's my boy.
So yeah, I know y'all have got plans for this upcoming duck season, and I'm not going to ask where you're going to be when, because that's the fun of it. It's to show up and to be a special thing. Mm-hmm. But after it's all over, I know y'all are exhausted. Y'all have got to be thinking, I'm not ready to think about that again. But do you get the anticipation for the boat ramp tour like you do the anticipation for duck season?
So when we get home, January 31st, and I start washing crap, you know, and looking at everything that's tore all to pieces, you know. I was like, man, I lost a spare tire leaving their place, you know. I just absolutely insane.
Add it to the list.
But you know, you sitting there the last week, you know, everything's tore up. But no, I honestly, 2 weeks into that, you know, when you get some rest, your body's tore up.
Yes.
You know, I'm ready to go back. I can't, and I don't know, man. I should not feel that way. No, I don't feel like I should. You know, like I feel like it should start to go away at some point. I can't help it. And if I could do it every day, I would get up every day. Nothing makes me smile than have my dog sitting beside me with the tiller handle in my hand, cold as crap, and running in the dark river and going through trees and knocking the fire out of stuff. You know, and I enjoy calling the ducks. You know, and none of my friends or none of my crew and everybody I hunt with, nobody would say they're the best at it. We're not competitive like that. We love spending time together, and we love freaking hunting ducks. Mm-hmm. And that's fun to us. But, yes, I'm anticipating it right now. Me and Wade's jacked. Boat Ramp Tour will be different. We got some different stops. But, man, it's going to be sick, dude. And we're going to get to see some new stuff. New people's going to get to see us, get to use product, new sponsors, new people involved. It's gonna be great. I'm jacked right now. I am. I'm ready to shoot him.
I love it. Last year, I know that you two went to Canada together, and that was Matt's first experience. Look at that smile. Looky there. I struck a chord, didn't I? Let's hear about this.
Oh,
Just go into it.
Go ahead, man. I'll let you share.
I mean, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the car ride from the airport to the lodge? I mean, talk about a story with no ducks involved in it. The fact that we are here right now on top of this RW Coolidge container at the Delta Waterfowl Show is a miracle. Yeah. I thought that old boy was going to run us into the ground. What do you say, first one to the scene of the accident?
Yeah.
Isn't that what Tyler says?
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
For a while, we didn't even talk.
We couldn't.
No, we were scared.
I'm just happy to be alive.
You know, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm looking over at Ben. I've known Ben about 3 hours, you know, really. And I'm sitting there, and we got his son, Noah, and I'm like, we're all going to die together. I mean, this man's running 150. I'm telling you, he was running 75.
Not minimum. On the dash in Canada.
In dirt roads for miles in Canada. As hard as that Suburban would go. And he could not drive. And I told him, we're going to die out here. So that's how it started. But we did make it.
We did.
We did make it. Yeah. And we shot the fire out of it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what I liked about that story right there is y'all went to Canada, and everybody knows you're going to kill ducks and geese. But the story wasn't even about the hunt. It was just
they're thankful.
The ride in.
In a raggedy Volkswagen Jetta.
That wasn't even in the Jetta yet. That Jetta was bad across those dry fields. I'll tell you that.
Nobody knows about that. A Jetta is probably the toughest machine.
Forget a Polaris Ranger, Can-Am.
No.
Jetta.
Get a Jetta if you're serious about killing ducks.
Toughest machine out there, cuz, is a Volkswagen Jetta. That
You can't get stuck at 80 miles an hour across the dry field.
I cannot believe there was not a picture with the ducks and geese on the Jetta.
There is.
Is there? I never saw it. I
there
didn't
is.
see it.
A
I'll
nice
show it to
quality
you.
Matt Covington photo. But no, we massacred them.
Yeah.
You know, but the fellowship we had, all we done was laugh. Partly because of one gentleman that was with us in our group that just said completely ignorant things, you know.
Justin Lowry.
I was gonna ask.
He just says what's on his mind.
You know, and but no, we had the best time, and I hope to repeat that again, you know, this year.
Justin at one point looked at the guide and said, "Look, man, we're not your ordinary corporate clients.
Oh, my gosh.
We know how to handle a shotgun. Will you please let me call the shots?"
Ain't no doubt. That's a fact. And I just, all we could do was laugh.
We were rooming together, and then he just come, like, that was after dinner. I'd already gone to bed. He came in, looked at me, just shook his head, and went to sleep. We didn't talk about it the next day.
It was the greatest thing ever. I was like, dude, these guys are like, and so, and it started too. There's like, y'all shooting 20 gauges? And we was like, yeah. And there's like, we really don't like it. There's going to be a lot of crippled up ducks. And I was like, not with us, cuz.
Bro, we shoot Migra.
Are you kidding? You know, we're folding these mugs, you know, whatever, and they were just tickled to death. But no, it was fun. It
great.
turned out to be a fun group. They were loving to us, you know, before it was over with.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
kind of, you know, man, you know, you get in a bunch of guys, it's dysfunction, somebody's mad at this when it's like a beauty shop. You know what I'm saying? You know,
It's like a beauty shop.
Yeah.
That is, I'm going to start calling public boat ramps beauty shops.
It's just like a beauty shop, man. They all mad. But we loved them and they loved us, and like obviously our connection and our relationship grew, and like we're a freaking little family, dude. Like, you know, I love them, and so like it's fun. We're gonna have a good season.
Oh, I cannot
Got
wait.
me a forest duck call too, so can't forget that. You know,
That's just-
full forest, man. I did him bad, and I mean I had some crap going on. You know, I was in a tough spot at home. You know, and so I got my little box, man. I've been talking to Forrest, and I told him what I wanted it to sound like. Funniest thing in the whole world. It was terrible, but it's funny. And so I get my duck call, and I'm like, in 2-3 days, it's like, man, I want to open this duck call like when I'm in a happy spot. I want to feel good when I open this duck call because I want to enjoy this. This is special, man. This dude, he's bad. I mean, this is from a legend. I opened the duck call, and I was like, this mug it ain't going to work. It just ain't. It's too pretty. It ain't no way. And, dude, I put my mouth to that mug, and I started blowing it, and I was like, and I've blowed it, and I blowed it, and I blowed it, and I was like, it's the best duck call on planet Earth. I was like, honestly, like, this is my favorite duck call ever. And so I waited, and I called Forrest, and I said, I need to talk to you, man, about this duck call. And it was just like this awkward
And
silence.
he's known you've had it for 3 days.
Yeah, right.
At
Yeah,
this
I was
point,
going to say,
he got the tracking notification.
Let me give y'all my side of the story when he's done, because it's totally different.
No, because I know that he's probably like, this mug hates this duck call. And I was like, dude, I said, man, I got to talk to you about this duck call. And just silence. And I was like, it's my favorite. And we talked. But it is, man. I can't wait to run it. I can't wait to shoot a mallard, you know, with my new forest call.
Well, I appreciate it. And here's my side of the story, because I'm a high anxiety person to begin with. So
Me too.
anytime I make a duck call for anyone, I'll send it out and I hope that I hear back. But when I make it for somebody that I am in contact with every once in a while, I expect to hear back, because usually they'll tell me what they like about it or what they don't like about it. Okay. So I had mailed yours off, and it's been a few days, and I was like, okay, well, I think he's gotten it. And then it'd been another day, and then I check it, and I'm like, well, I know he's got it. It'd been a little bit, and I'm like, well, I guess he just didn't like it because I haven't heard from him. So I go to therapy. My wife's a therapist. Tyler's wife is a therapist. And I told Matt yesterday, we were talking about therapy, and I said, when I do my therapy for the next half of the day, I talk to nobody. I just do my own thing because it's a mental drain.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving the therapist. Like, I am 2 minutes from being at the therapist, and the phone rings. And I look, and I'm like, who is calling me now? It's Q-Tip. And I'm like, and I debate for a minute because I'm like,
God.
in my head, I'm like,
That makes this so much better.
I want to know why he's calling, but if he tells me his duck call sucks, I may not respond the right way.
I just turn back around and go back to therapy.
That or just
hang up.
That or just go off the Arkansas River Bridge. One of the two. One of the two is happening. So I was like, okay, this is against my better judgment, but I'm going to answer it. So I answer it, and then you tell me what you just told me, and it was just like, just relief.
Oh, you could tell. It was just like, and I was like, dude, because I'm just telling you, there ain't nothing that I can't do with it that just don't feel like that it's just the most natural thing ever. I was like, I swear to you, I don't know what you done, and it may just been grace. You know, God just made
exactly.
But I am telling you, it's the most perfect thing ever. I called Matt, and I was like, dude, I got to tell somebody. I mean, it's just like, you know, when you got saved, you just got to tell somebody. I got my first call, and I just had to tell somebody. But no, I was tickled, but I could tell by your response, and he died. He said, well, you just don't know. There's more around that probably. And I was like, yeah, it was so much fun. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate my duck call, obviously.
Well, I appreciate you.
The coolest thing that I've got this year. I've been happy about that. So.
Well, we got just a few more minutes left because I know you got a plane you got to catch soon. So let's give a shout out to Migra real quick.
Yeah,
what
man.
y'all got coming up for this duck season? Let's know.
So it's cool, man. Obviously, we've talked a little bit about Boat Ramp Tour. You know, we did the release for the 24/7 load this year. We released some really new technology that's going to be spread out across all of our SKUs next year. But we wanted to introduce that in a way with one of our brand partners, our ambassadors. We love these guys with 24/7. And obviously, everybody saw the huge lines here at the Delta Expo, like it was off the chain. So super proud of that. You know, like everything that goes into that, people don't understand the pieces, the engineering of the product. I mean, it's huge, guys, and you know, getting the product to work with, getting your steel, getting your wads, getting your holes, packaging, and all the stuff that goes into it, the marketing. So our team has worked like really, really relentless to get that done. And to see that yesterday was really, you know, the most rewarding thing ever, you know, I think, for this year for us. But yeah, man, I mean, like, we're still doing what we're doing. We're banging out quality loads. We're getting even better, becoming more efficient there. And yeah, I mean, like, we're gonna see what the future holds. Like, but I think the sky's the limit. We got the best group around us. Our community's strong, and we love our people, man.
Yes, y'all do. Y'all do, and that's very evident. When I watch you guys interact, especially here at the expo, it's so genuine. Mm-hmm. I love that.
I love everybody that I get to talk to here, and then like our little community, man. It's like a little, we call it our Migra family. Like, we have a family, and I cannot wait to be at these events just to spend time with my people. So, and I can't wait to hug a tree, you know, with them too.
Exactly.
You know, like that's the greatest part about it. But no, Migra's been really blessed. And we're growing exponentially, and it's because of our community and the hard work, man. But we're excited.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate your time. Do y'all have anything else?
Man, just thank you for taking the time to come out here.
Yeah, and then
we're 1 minute ahead of schedule.
Hey,
we're good.
And then next week we'll be at Ducks.
We'll be at
Memphis, so
we'll see you in a week.
We're gonna do it.
We won't have time to really get to missing each other.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you, like, we're gonna have the best time ever. Like, I can't wait for Ducks. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, and I think a lot of folks.
Cool. Well, man, we appreciate your time. Once again, thank you to RW Coolidge for letting us borrow their container once again overlooking the Delta Waterfowl Show. It has been an amazing week. Q, thank you. Be safe flying home. Great to meet Amanda this week. Go give Max a hug for us, and we'll see you in a couple days. I'm sure we'll talk in between.
Ain't no doubt. All right. See you guys.
See you.